Hello and welcome to Hyde Park here in Galion, but everything seems to be working now. And I'll give you a little update as to what is going on. We are at the top of the first batter of the night for the Xenia Scouts is Carson Wright as he is in a 2-2 count against Galion Graders pitcher Jose De La Cruz. De La Cruz winds and delivers, and Carson Wright swings and misses. It's strike three, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Right now, I'm going to give you the starting lineup for the Xenia Scouts. So, leading off and playing right field is Carson Wright, who just struck out. Batting second and playing left field is Chandler Chambers, who's up to the plate now. Batting third and playing center field is Graham Welch. Batting fourth and in the DH spot today is Ryan Bertelsmann. Batting fifth and playing first is Caleb Eater as De La Cruz delivers, and it's fouled off by Chambers for strike one. 0-1 the count on Chambers. Continuing on that lineup, Connor Regan will be batting sixth and playing catcher today. Ben Bills will be your third baseman and batting seventh. Nick Tuttle will be playing second and batting in the 8 hole, and rounding out the lineup for the Scouts is Noah Orlando, and he will be playing short. As Chambers fouls another one off as he goes down 0-2 against Jose De La Cruz. Starting lineup for the Galion Graders today, leading off and playing shortstop is Christopher Jordan. Batting second and playing left field is Todd Sikowski. Batting third and playing first base is Juan De La Cruz, twin brother to pitcher Jose De La Cruz, as he delivers. And it's a strike three looking on Chambers for out number two in the inning. Again, here in the top of the first here at Hyde Park. Continuing on that lineup, playing right field and batting fourth is Andrew Stone. Batting fifth and playing third base is Jacob Reimold. Batting sixth and playing second base is Tyler Pavone. In the DH spot and batting seventh is William Hitman. As the first pitch to Scouts player Graham Welch is a ball outside. So he'll go up 1-0 in the count. Continuing on that lineup, William Hitman is the DH, batting seventh, batting eighth, and as catcher, Damon Massey. And batting ninth and playing center field for the Graders is Seamus Keneally. And as I mentioned, Jose De La Cruz on the hill for them. On the hill for the Scouts today is Diego Quinones. As De La Cruz sets and delivers, and is a strike swinging on Graham Welch. Evens up the count at 1. Have another very hot day out here in Galion, Ohio. Jose De La Cruz eyes in for his sign. I'm joined by Luke Sievert again today as my partner Charlie Danis is at a wedding. De La Cruz's pitch is outside for another ball.
Glad to be here, Riley, in the booth with you again.
Hopefully to have another good night here. Hopefully our connectivity issues aren't going to be existent today as Welch swings on and right back to the pitcher for out number 3. What a play there by Jose De La Cruz, ending the inning on a liner right back to him. That'll be F1 in the scorebook. Scouts go down, no hits, no runs, no men left on base. You're listening to the Xenia Scouts on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Kind of lost in my thought there.
I feel you. Yeah, so this says on the website that De La Cruz pitches for Manhattan and he is nowhere to be found on their roster. So he could have
Hello and welcome back here. We're in Galion, Ohio at Hayes Park for some GLSCL action. Me and my partner Luke here at the bottom half of the first. Scouts went down in order last inning. And we have Diego Quinones on the mound for the Scouts. Very exciting young pitcher as he throws his first pitch. Called a strike low on Christopher Jordan, the shortstop for the Galion Graders today. As Diego working fast gets another strike swinging on Chris Jordan as he quickly goes ahead 0-2.
And Riley, for the past 4 games, the Scouts starting pitcher has allowed a run in the first inning of a ball game. So we'll see if Diego here can stop that trend and work this inning without falling into a hole for his team.
As Quinones delivers, swinging and fouled off as Chris Jordan fights off the strikeout. We saw a lot of good stuff from Quinones in his Sunday debut last Sunday against the Hamilton Joes. Saw a lot of good things from Diego Quinones. Could be one of the better pitchers for the Scouts this year. As Quinones delivers, that ball is a little high, a little inside.
I talked to Quinones after that game on Sunday, and he told me his philosophy is all we have to do is have some fun and strike people out. So that's his. That's what he's looking to do on the mound here tonight, and we'll see how that works out for him.
Simple man with a simple plan. As Connor Regan goes out to talk to his hurler, might have missed a sign, but Regan goes back to his post behind the plate. Diego stretches out his arm and gets ready to face Chris Jordan again as he's ahead 1-2 on the count here to Chris Jordan. Quinones winds and delivers. That ball is way high, out of the reach of Regan, and count evens up at 2-2. Very sunny day out here in Galion, Ohio. Sun right in Luke and I's eyes today. But a very nice day for some baseball. If you guys forgot, we have a very conventional field here at Galion as Quinones delivers. That ball is inside as the count juices up. We got a full count here to Chris Jordan. Here to start out the bottom half of the first for the Scouts.
When we saw Diego pitch on Sunday, it didn't seem like he had any slight indication of a control issue. He came right at batters, didn't allow a walk, didn't allow a base runner, actually. And so
as that is fouled off.
He threw for 2 strikes to get up ahead in the count 0-2, and now he's thrown 3 straight balls. So I wonder if control will be an issue for him in tonight's game. Hopefully not.
And Quinones eyes in his sign, winds and delivers. That is swung on and hit out to left field on the fly. Chandler Chambers under it and secures the catch for out number 1 here in the inning. Chandler Chambers. With that grab, F7 in your scorebooks, as the Scouts have one out here in the bottom half of the first, and the left fielder Todd Sikowski will come up here for the Galion Graders. Sikowski is a native to Duquesne, Pennsylvania, and goes to Alderson Broaddus University as Quinones hits him on the very first pitch of the at-bat. So a base runner on here early for the Graders. And as we saw last night in that first inning, Austin Hathaway grand slam. So you don't want to give these Graders too many base runners because they are able to hit it out of the ballpark. And one of those guys who hit it out of the ballpark last night, Juan De La Cruz, coming up to the plate now. First baseman, whose twin brother is starting on the hill for the Graders today.
And if you weren't listening in last night, De La Cruz was a triple away from the cycle when he hit a gapper into the right center gap and got thrown out trying to reach third. So he fell just a bit short of the cycle, but it was still a fantastic performance from him last night.
First pitch to De La Cruz was wild as Sikowski will take second on the wild pitch, and the count is 1-0 to De La Cruz. As Regan will come back out again to talk to his hurler, wondering what's the issue with all these pass balls.
Looks like Diego's having some of those control issues that I mentioned a couple minutes ago that we were hoping he would avoid tonight.
Regan taking his post back up behind the plate. De La Cruz, a native of New York, New York, and our pitcher today, Diego Quinones, native to Bronx, New York, so a little New York connection there. As Quinones steps off after De La Cruz calls time. Didn't like how long Diego was taking to throw in his pitch. As Quinones looks in for the sign. Sets. Eyes the runner at second. Leg kick and delivers. That ball's a little high and a little outside. The count will go to 2-0 here to De La Cruz.
Sikowski there at second is a definite third on the base pass. He stole 14 bases this spring, led his team by a large margin. So Diego will need to make sure that he doesn't lose sight of that.
Quinones eyeing down Sikowski at second. Kicks and delivers, and a big swing there by De La Cruz, but he'll miss the ball and go for strike one. Count 2-1 here to Juan De La Cruz. As you mentioned, De La Cruz had a great hitting night last night. Went 4 for 5 with a one strikeout, but a couple singles, a double, two doubles, I should say, a single and a home run as Quinones comes set at the hill. Delivers. That ball is low, but called a strike by the home plate umpire, and the count will even here at 2-2. Quinones doing a very good job of coming back in this count.
Last night for De La Cruz was not a fluke by any stretch of the imagination either. He currently leads the GLSCL in batting average, so he's definitely a threat at the plate and someone you need to look out for as a pitcher.
Quinones eyeing down the runner again. Delivers to De La Cruz. That one's a little inside. Lost by Regan, and Sikowski will take third on the pass ball there by Regan, and the count will go to full on De La Cruz. So Sikowski advancing after getting hit by a pitch on his first pitch he saw today, and advancing on errors by the pitcher and catchers. So we will see if he will be able to score here as De La Cruz has a full count. Diego going from the windup again. So that one is grounded to shortstop Orlando. Orlando fumbles it a little bit. The throw to first is still in time, but not before Tatsikowski is able to score. And Juan De La Cruz will get the RBI there on the 6-3 putout. And the Scouts have two outs here, no man on base, with Andrew Stone, the right fielder, coming up here for the Graders.
Going back to what I mentioned at the beginning of this inning, this is now the fifth straight game out of 6 total that the Scouts have allowed a run in the top of the first inning. So
that ball will sail behind Regan for ball one. Quinones throwing a lot of pass balls here. Little wild. Going to try to hone in on the zone here. He does have two outs. Andrew Stone, native of Cross Lanes, West Virginia, plays his spring ball at West Virginia State, as that ball is thrown by Quinones is a little outside, and the count will go to 2-0. This pitch by Quinones as he winds and delivers quickly is called a strike. Count will go to 2-1. Notice a lot with these Scouts pitchers that they go a lot faster from the windup as Quinones goes again. This ball a little low. Count goes to 3-1. He'll step off the rubber for a minute, try to regain his composure. And Quinones coming up. Gets his sign, winds and delivers. That ball is high and outside, lost by Regan again, and another runner will make his way to first as Andrew Stone gets the walk.
I wonder if Quinones thought upping his tempo would help him with his control, and it obviously did not during that at bat. So I think that he should just slow down a little bit, take his time, focus on every pitch, and throw some strikes here.
Jacob Reimold, native to Greenville, Pennsylvania. So he takes the right-handed batter's box for the Graders today. Goes to West Virginia University Institution of Technology for his spring ball. Quinones comes set, eyes down the runner, delivers. That ball's in the dirt, and Andrew Stone will easily move to second after another pass ball or another wild pitch, I should say, by Quinones. So Quinones, when he misses, he's really missing right now for the Scouts.
Yeah, Riley. And to throw a ball is one thing, but to throw into the backstop can really hurt you, as it's just a free base for every runner.
Quinones will look to get his sights set on Connor Regan's mitt as he comes set, eyes down Stone at second. Leg kick and deliver. And that ball hits the outside corner, and he will find a strike as the count evens at 1-1 to Jacob Reimold. Quinones would like to get out of this inning here, forget his control issues, and take it to the dugout. Hopefully figure it out as he delivers another pitch. This one fouled off towards the third base coach, who olays it. Lets it go by him as the count will go to 1-2. Quinones here would like to get out of this inning with only that one run. Quinones takes the rubber. Eyes in for a sign from Regan. Leg kick and deliver. That ball just hit Reimold on the helmet as Diego will let this one slip away a bit. Was ahead in that count, but another hit batter. And there are runners on first and second here for the Graders as Tyler Pavone makes his way to the plate, playing second today for the Graders. Pavone goes to Post University, is a native of Riverdale, New Jersey. Quinones will look to take the rubber again here. Going from the stretch as he's got runners on first and second. Two down here in the bottom half of the first. Quinones, leg kick and deliver. That ball is fouled off to the left as Pavone will go down in this count, 0-1. Quinones wiping the sweat off his brow here as he's put in a little more work in this first than he would like, but one pitch could end this inning and get the Scouts' bats back out. As Quinones comes set, eyes the runners and delivers. This one is swung on and hit to the right side foul area as Pavone will go down 0-2. Let's see if Quinones can finish the batter here. Does not want to put him on base by any means. Quinones, the Mercy College native, but plans to transfer this year. Leg kick and deliver from Quinones, and he will hit him as well. Quinones is having some trouble with two strikes here. Cannot seem to finish any batters as he hits his third batter of the inning.
That's got to be so frustrating as a pitcher, being ahead 0-2 with 2 outs. You just need one more strike to get back in the dugout, let the bats go to work, and you hit him. Obviously, something's not working right for Quinones on the mound right now. We'll see if he can figure it out.
In Orlando, the shortstop, going up to talk to Diego, probably calm him down a little bit, let him know we got 2 outs, you got a good defense behind you. Let's get out of this inning, as all these runners have been put on by a walk and 2 hit by pitches. Coming up for the Graders here is the DH, William Hitman, as that ball is thrown in and called a strike by the home plate umpire, and Quinones will find himself ahead here again, 0-1. Another pitch there by Quinones, thrown a little bit outside, called a ball. Count will even at 1-1, and Quinones going from the windup again, so his pace will pick up here. Quinones winds and delivers. That ball is high. Count will go to 2-1. Bases are juiced here in the bottom half of the first for the Graders. They've already scored once this inning on a ground out by Juan De La Cruz, scoring the Todd Sikowski. As Quinones will set and deliver. This ball's thrown perfectly, and the count will go to 2-2. William Hitman goes to the California University of Pennsylvania. He's a Norristown, Pennsylvania native. Quinones delivers. This ball's just a bit inside as the count will go to full. To William Hitman, the last thing Diego wants to do is give this Graders team a run after we saw what they could do with their bats last night.
Big pitch right here. 3-2, 2 outs, bases loaded.
Quinones has not allowed a hit this inning. This is grounded to the third baseman. And Ben Bills will make the throw and get the out here to end the inning. 5-3 put out in your scorebooks, ladies and gentlemen. And the Galion Graders will score 1 run off no hits, no errors, and 3 men are left on base. And you're listening to the Xenia Scouts Baseball and the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. That's unfortunate, man. Did not allow one hit that inning.
He was struggling. I don't even know why. Was it like? Was it his off speed that he kept throwing wild, or was it?
I don't even know. Can't really tell from up here.
I can't find him on Mercy's roster.
Yeah, well, he's about to transfer, and I couldn't either because, before, this was a month ago before, we were even thinking about coming here. I was trying to get, some stats compiled of their spring seasons. I couldn't find most of them. I was just like, screw it, I'm done. I don't, it's not worth it.
They only have 4 scores at Mercy College.
Come on down, see the friendly folks.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. The rest of them probably been cut over the years.
They'll fix you up whatever you need.
This PA guy has a nice voice.
Yeah, the PA dude does have a nice voice. Let's come back here. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here for the top half of the second here in Galion, Ohio. As the Scouts will come up to bat. Due up this setting for the Scouts, Ryan Bertelsmann, the DH, Caleb Eater, the first baseman, and Connor Regan, the catcher. As De La Cruz will go in another inning of work, winds and delivers. Bertelsmann shows bunt, but takes it back after he sees the ball going in the dirt. And he'll go ahead 1-0 in the count.
Bertelsmann, who goes to Baylor in the spring, has just started off the season on an absolute tear.
De La Cruz delivers a ball inside as Bertelsmann will go up 2-0. And to your point, Luke, we just seen Bertelsmann hit the ball to about anywhere he wants to so far this year. One of the better hitters for the Scouts is De La Cruz throws another pitch, and this one is outside, and Bertelsmann will find himself at a 3-0 count. Bertelsmann shaking that bat a little bit as De La Cruz winds and delivers. This ball is in the dirt, and a 4-ball walk to start out the inning for De La Cruz as Ryan Bertelsmann will take his spot at first base. Caleb Eater due up here. We talked a lot on the broadcast yesterday. Eater pitched in that game Wednesday night, got the Scouts' first win after 6 2/3 innings of work. He also plays the corner bases, so you'll see him at third and first also this year as De La Cruz delivers. Eater fouls that one towards his coach over there, Bubba Cates, and Bubba Cates let it go through his legs as Eater will go down to count 0-1.
Eater, being a pitcher and a position player, has seemingly been on the field in almost every inning of this Scouts season. A good utility guy who can do both things.
As Bertelsmann steals, but Damian Massey airs one out to center on the throw, and Bertelsmann will take third on the errant throw there by Damian Massey. He really just sailed that one out to center, almost as if the center fielder was covering the bag. So credit Bertelsmann with the stolen base to second and the E2 throwing error.
I don't know what
on his advancement to third.
I don't know what might have happened on that throw, whether it just slipped out of his hand or something happened with the transition, but that was not even close.
The pitch on that play was a ball as evens up to Eater, and another ball high from De La Cruz will see the count at 2-1 for Caleb Eater. Indiana Wesleyan University is where he plays his spring ball. The Scouts here could easily tie up this game with Bertelsmann on third. Leg kick and deliver from De La Cruz. Eater pops that one up to right field. Right fielder tracking, makes the play. Bertelsmann tagging from third on the play, and he will make his way home with ease. Standing in there as he ran home. So credit Eater with the sac fly RBI.
Now batting for the Xenia
Great
Scouts,
job by Eater there to
in
just
the
do
catcher,
do his job, do
first
what he
base,
needed to do, drive that run in.
Reagan.
Deep fly ball there to right from Eater as Connor Regan will make his way to the plate. And De La Cruz has nobody on now as Bertelsmann scored on that play. De La Cruz winds and delivers. That ball is called a strike on the outside corner to Regan as the Wright State Raider will find himself down 0-1 in this count. Another delivery from De La Cruz. A little breaking, some breaking pitch. Regan checked at it, but first base umpire seems to think he checked his swing, so count will even at 1. De La Cruz delivers here. This one is swung on and fouled off by Regan as he will find himself in the 1-2 hole here at the second inning here at Hydes Park. De La Cruz eyeing in for a sign, winds and delivers. Another breaking pitch. That one outside, evening up the count at 2-2. Regan shown a good bat so far this year as that one gets away from De La Cruz. Looks like it was over and behind Connor Regan as the count will go full. 3-2 to Regan here. But Regan has shown that he can hit the baseball to about anywhere he wants as well so far this year. As De La Cruz delivers, Regan fouls that one off. Hits the umpire a little bit on the foul tip as he fights to stay alive here in this at bat.
Yeah, Regan really has shown the ability to hit the ball, as have many scouts this year. They have a number of guys who are able to put the ball in play and put the ball in play hard.
And that pitch there from De La Cruz is behind Regan as he'll take off his leg gear and make his way to first. Second walk of the inning for De La Cruz as another runner finds his way to first for the Scouts. Coming up for the Scouts now, the third baseman, Ben Bills. Ben Bills goes to Nyack College.
Riley, it's not very often you see a 1-1 ball game without either team recording a hit so far.
Right you are. A lot of walks, a lot of given bases as that first pitch to Bills is called a strike. Pitchers here biting themselves in the foot here. And De La Cruz picks off Connor Regan over there at first. Caught Regan sleeping. Regan wants to talk to the umpire, and that won't help his cause at all as he's still called out, and that'll be the second out of the inning for the Scouts. De La Cruz delivers another ball in the dirt. Count will even at 1-1 to Ben Bills.
You know, right there, we're here in the second inning. Right now, that pickoff doesn't seem too substantial, but you know, later on in the game, if it becomes a one-run game, that could really come back and cost him.
And Ben Bills grounds one of the shortstop here, Christopher Jordan. Jordan makes the play, and that'll be out number 3 for the Scouts this inning. As they score a run, leave no one on base, no errors, and we're tied here in Galion 1-1 between the Graders and the Scouts. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
We're going to dedicate this inning to My Floors Prints and Paints.
Yeah, substantial is not the right word right there, but I couldn't think
I said bite themselves in the foot when I meant to say shoot themselves in the foot, so it's not too. Sometimes you get tongue tied and you just forget what you're saying, where you're going with it. I said prolificness a couple games ago. I think it was about Bertelsmann. I said he's shown a prolificness to hit it anywhere he wants. I was just like, what? Because I had a word in my head. I couldn't tell you what it is now.
It's like in your mind, you think that everybody's gonna hear that and like critique you for it, but in all honesty, like nobody's paying that much attention.
Yeah, there's 11 people
Really?
listening to this. Yeah, we usually have more, but I bet they got pissed. So you didn't work last night. I'm not even gonna try. Oh well. No pain off my back.
I wonder if the Scouts Twitter tweeted.
No. I did though. You should. I mean, if you.
We're back here in Galion, Ohio for the bottom half of the second as Damon Massey will start out the Graders offense here in the second inning. Diego's wide in the strike zone and not on a hitter's back. As Quinones will deliver. Almost going is Damon Massey there, but held up good enough, and count will even at 2-2 for Damon Massey. Quinones. This one swung on and hit out the right, but under it is Carson Wright, and he will make the play as that is an F9 in your scorebooks and the first out of the inning here for the Scouts.
Batting now for the Galion Graders.
Quinones will look to continue this momentum here to the 9-hitter and center fielder Seamus Keneally for the Galion Graders. Keneally goes to Marietta College from Lebanon, Ohio. Queens we've seen on the Scouts so far this year.
Yeah, he had that shaky first inning with his control, but we'll see if he'll be able to settle in here and turn this into a quality outing. Similar to what Caleb Eater was able to do against the Locos a couple nights ago, I should say.
And Quinones' second pitch, little bit inside on the breaking ball. Count will even at 1-1. Quinones slowing down his pace a little bit. He winds and delivers. His ball's in the dirt. As the count will go to 2-1 on Seamus Keneally. Sun really beaten down out there today. High 80s, low 90s here in Galion, Ohio. The sun is starting to set a little bit. It is 7:45 almost. Quinones delivers. This ball is hit to the second baseman, or Nick Tuttle, I should say, and the throw was not in time from Tuttle as Keneally was flying down that baseline, and credit him with the infield single. Tuttle took a little bit too much time there, and Keneally made him pay for it.
It can be frustrating as an infielder when you don't realize how quick the runner is. You take your time thinking that you'll have enough time to make the throw, and he just beats it out.
And Keneally with the first hit of the game for either side here as that infield single. And Coach Cates wanted to talk to the first base umpire. Cates believes he saw something that the umpire didn't. Only to be a fly between one of those meetings between a coach and an umpire. As Cates will trot back to the dugout. He seems to have got an explanation that he will accept and will continue playing some baseball as Quinones will go from the stretch here against the top of the order of the Graders lineup, Christopher Jordan, the shortstop, as he flew out to left field in his last at-bat. And the runner, Keneally, tried to steal second. He is thrown out by Connor Regan. What a throw by Regan there on the bounce ball from Quinones, able to gather it and deliver a strike over to second base. And the Scouts have two down here. What a job by Regan. They erased that base runner.
Very impressive throw there by Regan.
As Quinones will deliver from the windup now, and this one's fouled off. Regan running for it. It's towards his own dugout, and this will drop and bounce pretty high. The count will go even on Jordan. Believe it is a 1-1 count to Christopher Jordan here. Believe Christopher Jordan also had a very nice night last night. He went 3 for 5 with 3 singles.
Very impressive leadoff hitter last night.
Quinones will deliver. This ball's a little high. Count will go to 2-1. Quinones here would like to set this guy down and have a quick inning here. As this ball is called a strike as it clips the outside corner and the count evens at 2-2. Quinones with a chance here to go down 1-2-3 in some sense of the word. So Regan got that second out for him. Chris Jordan calls time there. Wants to try to slow down Quinones' pace, as Diego will take the rubber again and go right back to work. This one swung on and fouled off by Chris Jordan as he fights to stay alive in this at-bat. Really sunny day if you're just joining us. Sun is right in Luke and I's eyes today. As Quinones winds and delivers, this one is fouled off towards the third base coach, as Chris Jordan will see another pitch. Scouts infield playing pretty deep here, each about 6 or so paces behind their respective base, and Quinones will deliver. And a called strike 3 for Quinones, and he will set down Christopher Jordan there for the third out of the inning, and the Graders will get no runs on 1 hit, nobody left on base, and no errors committed by the Scouts, as we will come back here at the top of the third. And you're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
I'm gonna come back and do this little bit here.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. In baseball, success requires a combination of strength and conditioning. When it's time for the Scouts to work out, they head to Snap Fitness. Snap Fitness, the official gym of the Xenia Scouts. And leading off the Scouts for the Scouts this inning is Nick Tuttle, seeing his first plate appearance of the day. As the Scouts will try to accrue a lead here on Jose De La Cruz as he winds in and delivers a first pitch strike to Nick Tuttle, the second baseman for the Scouts today. And Tuttle's fouled off by Tuttle, as he will find himself in the 0-2 hole here quickly in the at-bat. As De La Cruz eyes in for his sign, winds and delivers. Tuttle Nick Tuttle goes to the Masters College in California for his spring ball. As De La Cruz eyes in for his sign, winds and delivers. Tuttle puts the bat on this one. I believe it went off Jose De La Cruz and bounced over to the third baseman, but Jacob Reimold, the third baseman, didn't really have a play on it, and Nick Tuttle will have the first hit for the Scouts today on the infield single.
I believe this is Nick Tuttle's first hit on the year as well, so good for him to get that weight off of his shoulders, and hopefully it'll lead to some more knocks for him.
The bat on this one. I believe it went off Jose De La Cruz and bounced over to the third baseman, but Jacob Reimold, the third baseman, didn't really have a play on it, and Nick Tuttle will have the first hit for the Scouts today on the infield single.
I believe this is Nick Tuttle's first hit on the year as well, so good for him to get that weight off of his shoulders, and hopefully it'll lead to some more knocks for him from here on forward.
As De La Cruz will go from the stretch here, as Orlando will go down 0-1 in the count. Tuttle gets his lead from first, and De La Cruz will throw back. Nothing going on there. Tuttle didn't get too much off the bag. De La Cruz thinking he could rekindle that magic he had on Connor Regan last inning. As De La Cruz delivers, and Orlando hits this one out to the outfield, and that'll be a base hit for Orlando as the Scouts have something going on here. That hit going between the first baseman and second baseman.
If you're the Scouts, you love to see your number 8 and number 9 hole hitters being able to hit nice singles there to flip the lineup to the top of the order and hopefully create some runs here for the Scouts.
And Carson Wright here taking the left-handed batter's box for the Scouts. He's got runners on first and second with no outs. Common bunt situation
throughout the beginning of this year, and he might use it to his advantage here.
As that first Carson Wright, as we said, has been a very good bunter so far this year. Has also got a hit or two. Seen a lot of good things from Wright as this third pitch comes through and is called a strike on Carson Wright, and the count will go to 1-2.
Now with 2 strikes, the bunt situation is obviously off as a foul ball would lead to an out, and that's definitely not ideal. So we'll see if Carson Wright can get a hit here and maybe drive in a run.
De La Cruz eyes down the runners. Carson Wright will get called out on strikes there by the home plate umpire, and that is the first out of the inning for the Scouts as Chandler Chambers will come up to the plate.
Not sure what Wright was looking for there, as this seemed like a pretty nice pitch to hit.
As Chambers, who struck out looking his last at-bat, try to rectify that here. Chambers and Carson Wright, both teammates in the spring, both attend Lipscomb University. De La Cruz will come set here, eye down the runners. The runners are going. Come set and deliver here, and Chambers swings on and misses at that one. And the count will go to 1-2 to Chandler Chambers. Here shortly, folks, I'll give you guys our trivia question of the day. This one is a fun one. If you're a big baseball historian, should be pretty easy for you, I'd say. As Chambers calls time there, didn't like how long De La Cruz was taking. As De La Cruz comes set, eyes down his runners at second and third now and delivers. Chambers swings on and hits it in between the third baseman and shortstop, and he will score a run there as the Scouts will take a 2-1 lead. Chambers there driving in Nick Tuttle from third. Credit Chambers the RBI and the single. Chambers coming up big for his team there.
Nice piece of 2-strike hitting right there, too.
Orlando also moving to third on the play. Scouts will have runners on first and third here with 1 out, and lefty Graham Welch up at the plate. There.
Nice piece of 2-strike hitting right there, too.
Orlando also moving to third on the play. Scouts will have runners on first and third here with 1 out, and lefty Graham Welch up at the plate. De La Cruz comes set and delivers. Called strike to Graham Welch. And for that trivia question, I'll just go ahead and say it. In the history of the MLB, there have only been 6 pitchers to win the Cy Young Award in both the American and National Leagues. Which of the following pitchers I'll name after this pitch did not win one of them, as a pickoff attempt to first is issued, but nothing going on over there in the National Leagues? We have A, Max Scherzer, as the pitch is swung on and hit. And so the 4 options we have today of which of the following did not win a Cy Young in both the American and National Leagues. We have A, Max Scherzer, as the pitch is swung on and hit. And lands out in the center field for Graham Welch, and he will score another run, and Chandler Chambers will find his way to third. Orlando scoring on that. Credit Graham Welch with a single and an RBI. Good piece of hitting there by Graham Welch. Chambers moving to third on the play. Orlando scoring, and the Scouts will find themselves up 3-1 here in Galion.
Scouts have really been able to string together some nice quality hitting right here to take the lead against Galion early.
Out in the center field for Graham Welch, and he will score another run, and Chandler Chambers will find his way to third. Orlando scoring on that. Credit Graham Welch with a single and an RBI. Good piece of hitting there by Graham Welch. Chambers moving to third on the play. Orlando scoring, and the Scouts will find themselves up 3-1 here in Galion.
Scouts have really been able to string together some nice quality hitting right here to take the lead against Galion early.
And to finish up that trivia question, 6 pitchers have won the Cy Young in both leagues, which of the following did not. And to finish up that trivia question, 6 pitchers have won the Cy Young in both leagues, which of the following did not. We have A, Max Scherzer, B, Gaylord Perry, C, Greg Maddux, or D, Roger Clemens. So which one of those pitchers did not win a Cy Young in both the American and National Leagues as De La Cruz delivers? This ball is in the dirt. And Graham Welch will take second. And Ryan Bertelsmann up for the Scouts here as he just took that first pitch for a ball. 1-0 the count to. We have A, Max Scherzer, B, Gaylord Perry, C, Greg Maddux, or D, Roger Clemens. So which one of those pitchers did not win a Cy Young in both the American and National Leagues as De La Cruz delivers? This ball is in the dirt. And Graham Welch will take second. And Ryan Bertelsmann up for the Scouts here as he just took that first pitch for a ball. 1-0 the count to Bertelsmann. We have Chandler Chambers on third, Graham Welch at second. Scouts up 3-1 here in Galion. In the third, Bertelsmann, we have Chandler Chambers on third, Graham Welch at second. Scouts up 3-1 here in Galion in the third inning. So that pitch is also in the dirt, but not getting by Damon Massey there as Bertelsmann will go ahead 2-0. Bertelsmann redshirted at Baylor University this past spring, native of Waco, Texas, as De La Cruz delivers. This ball is called a strike by the home plate umpire. Count will go to 2-1. Bertelsmann scored the first run of the game for the Scouts as he was walked and scored. Actually stole second base and had that airmail throw from Massey out in the center field as Bertelsmann puts some wood on this one, and that will go out to center field as Bertelsmann looking to drive in two, but no. Coach Cates will hold up Graham Welch at third, and Chandler Chambers will score. So the Scouts are bringing in some runs here. 3 straight singles, 3 straight RBIs for the Scouts as Bertelsmann latest to add on to the lead here for the Scouts. And Caleb Eater will take the plate as Coach Jared Gaynor will go out and talk to De La Cruz as he is struggling out here a bit. Well, 3 straight hits, 5 total in the inning. Singles, 3 straight RBIs for the Scouts as Bertelsmann latest to add on to the lead here for the Scouts. And Caleb Eater will take the plate as Coach Jared Gaynor will go out and talk to De La Cruz as he is struggling out here a bit. Well, 3 straight hits, 5 total in the inning for the Scouts as Tuttle, Orlando, Chambers, Welch, and Bertelsmann all got on via a single. Only out of the inning coming from a strikeout from Carson Wright. Caleb Eater up to the plate now as the meeting. Eater here with another opportunity to get a RBI as a runner lies only 90 feet away. Bertelsmann on first. Graham Welch at third here for the Scouts base running wise. Got to think Bertelsmann between Damon Massey, Jose De La Cruz, and Coach Gaynor ends as they will both go back to their posts. Eater last time brought in Ryan Bertelsmann on the sac fly to right field. Eater here with another opportunity to get a RBI as a runner lies only 90 feet away. Bertelsmann on first. Graham Welch at third here for the Scouts base running wise. Got to think Bertelsmann will steal here as we've seen him steal quite a few bases already this year. First pitch from De La Cruz to Eater is called a strike as Eater will find himself down 0-1 here. De La Cruz eyeing down the runners, does not want to give up another stolen base. over to shortstop. Long throw. And the first baseman pulls his foot, so Eater will find himself another RBI there. Is a very tough play from the shortstop, Christopher Jordan. Just couldn't get it quite off. Juan De La Cruz pulled his foot off just a little bit as Bertelsmann scores on that. And Eater, the second RBI of the day coming up for the Scouts now is Connor Regan. That pitch is outside. 4-ball. Connor Regan, his last at bat, walked. And another pitch. That one's a little inside, and Connor Regan will go up 2-0.
So far this year, the Scouts have been victim to some big innings on the defensive side when other teams just rallied together, a couple hits, score some runs. So it's nice to see them being able to do that here in this inning.
As Connor Regan flies one out to right there, but caught by the right fielder Andrew Stone, and that will end the Scouts' inning there as they score. Let me count them up: 1, 2, 4 runs on 5 hits or 6 hits, depending on how you score the Eater play. But 6 hits for me, leave no one on base, and we will come back to you with the bottom half of the third. And you're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. I'm up 1, 2, 4 runs on 5 hits or 6 hits, depending on how you score the Eater play. But 6 hits for me, leave no one on base, and we will come back to you with the bottom half of the third. And you're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. And we'll welcome you back here to Galion. And we're here at the bottom half of the third. If you're just joining us, the Scouts blew open that third inning, scoring 4 runs on 6 hits. Got to see the bats out for the Scouts as Quinone is still on the hill. Delivers a first pitch strike to left fielder Todd Sikowski of the Graders. And Luke, a lot of good things we just saw from the Scouts that last inning as Quinones will deliver grounder to Nick Tuttle as he will finish the play from the Scouts that last inning as Quinones will deliver grounder to Nick Tuttle as he will finish the play there. 4-3 put out on Todd Sikowski.
For sure. For sure, some great things in that inning there, Riley. You love to see that offensive explosion out of this team, especially with Quinones on the mound. He'll look to use that lead to his advantage and go pretty deep in this game.
Very big inning for the Scouts that last inning, and Quinones winds and delivers here to De La Cruz. That ball's a little low. Called the ball. De La Cruz grounded to shorts to Orlando. His last at bat, but brought in the only run for the Graders today, as that ball is also in the dirt, and Quinones will find himself down 2-0 to De La Cruz. Quinones really bounced back that last inning. He's eyeing in his sign here from Regan, steps off the rubber.
As a pitcher with the 4-run lead, you have to be a bit more relaxed up on the mound, not too much pressure on you. You still got to come at hitters, try to get some outs, but the weight on your shoulders is a little bit less heavy.
As the third pitch of the at bat is a little inside to De La Cruz, and count will go to 3-0. Quinones delivers. This one almost hits De La Cruz, but doesn't. Still a ball, as he will find his way to first base. Will be the first base runner of the inning for the Galion Graders. Andrew Stone, the right fielder, coming up. He walked in his last at bat, or plate appearance, I should say. Quinones will likely slow down the pace as he goes from the stretch now. He will eye down De La Cruz, come set, and deliver. This ball just misses on the outside. Very good spot there from Quinones, but didn't get the call he wanted. Quinones will go right back to work. Pickoff move over to first. De La Cruz called safe on that one. Didn't get too far off the bag yet, but Quinones with a quick little move there, letting him know, don't get too far off that bag, young man. It's Quinones. Comes set and delivers. Ooh, and De La Cruz thought he was going. Did not. Gets caught going back to first base by Connor Regan. The second throw out by Regan this game. Really helping out his pitcher today as De La Cruz is called out. Put that a 2-3 put out.
Connor Regan's arm behind the dish today has been very impressive. That's the second time he's thrown someone out trying to be too aggressive. It's very helpful to the Scouts pitching.
Quinones will deliver. This one swung on and missed by Andrew Stone. That ball was in the dirt. Thought he was golfing today. Might have been watching too much of the U.S. Open today. As the count will go to 2-1. Quinones up there. Going back to the windup. Eyes in for a sign from Regan. Quinones, the Bronx native. His family's from the Dominican Republic. That one was swung on and hit in the air over Orlando's head and out to center field, and this will be a single for Andrew Stone. So, late base runner here for the Graders, as there are two outs here in the bottom half of the third. Up now for the Graders is the third baseman, Jacob Reimold, who also was hit by a pitch in his last plate appearance after he was down 1-2. This is part of that inning where Quinones walked, hit base runners onto the bag. So Quinones here will look to end the inning with Jacob Reimold. Quinones delivers. That ball's in the dirt and past Regan, and Andrew Stone will saunter his way over to second base on the wild pitch from Quinones, and we've seen a couple of those wild pitches today from Quinones, Luke.
Yeah, like I said earlier, those they just really hurt you as opposed to just a normal ball. When it gets back to the backstop and the runners advance, they can advance the scoring position and that can come back to bite you.
I think Quinones just hit Reimold again, this time in the arms. Quinones will
Our next
put
winner
that runner on. I believe that is the fourth batter he's hit this game. And I would not want to get hit by Quinones' fastball because he can really hum it in there.
Seems as if he's just in his own head at this point. He's getting ahead in counts, pitching pretty well, and then just either giving up walks or hitting guys. And he's really just needs to figure that out, how to bounce back from that, and how to get that out of his mental.
Quinones eyeing in for his sign. Comes set at the rubber. Looks out the runners. Lit kick and deliver. That one is swung on and missed. I believe it was even foul tipped by Tyler Pavone, who's up to the plate now. Second baseman for the Graders, who he was also hit by a pitch in his last at bat. So Quinones not looking to make it 2 for 2 on Tyler Pavone for hit batters as he is ahead 0-1 here. Quinones leg kick and deliver. That ball's just a bit inside. We'll even up the count at 1. As we stated earlier, Regan with his second throw out of the inning, he's definitely going to make these Graders runners think twice before they do anything now. Quinones comes set at the rubber. Leg kick and fires. That one is also inside to Pavone as the count goes to 2-1. And Diego inching a little closer to Pavone there with that pitch. Does not want to put him on here and load the bases. Runners will get their leads. Quinones struggles to find the sign from Regan. He'll come set now. Time is called by Pavone there. Didn't like how long Quinones was taking for the pitch.
And I don't know exactly what it is, but right now, Diego Quinones just doesn't seem too comfortable up there on the mound.
Quinones will look to find his zone here as he tries to get out of the inning and keep the Scouts' lead at 4. Leg kick and deliver from Quinones. Not sure where that one missed. Looked like a pretty good pitch up here from our press box angle, but the count will go to 3-1 in favor of Pavone. As Quinones comes set here. See leg kick and deliver. That one will be ball 4. That one was also a little inside, so Quinones loading up the bases here.
making his way to the batter's box for the Graders is tonight's designated hitter.
And William Hitman, the designated hitter, coming up. Grounded out to third his last at bat, which was seemingly also with bases loaded. And those bases were loaded by Quinones that last time, as Coach Bubba Cates will make his way out to the mound, try to calm down Diego.
Yeah, last night we saw this Galion team's ability to use the grand slam to their favor. So bases loaded here, grand slam could tie the game. It's definitely not what Diego Quinones wants, but he'll see if he can avoid giving up one of those.
As the meeting at the Hill seems to be about over, as Case wants a few private words with Quinones, and he will walk off the hill. Quinones getting that rosin bag, trying to get his grip back a little bit, doing what he can. As bases are loaded with Graders here, Andrew Stone at third, Reimold at second, Pavone at first. Bases are juiced with 2 outs here. Quinones delivers. That ball is low. Called the ball. Gets away from Connor Regan a little bit, but nothing going on the base paths. So what does Quinones want to do here, Luke, with bases loaded? He's already gotten out of this type of situation once in this game. What do you think he should do here?
I definitely he just needs to focus on getting an out. He doesn't want to walk anybody, and it's but also like a walk would I guess a walk would not be the worst thing he could do here because while the bases would still be loaded, if he can come back and get an out, um, with the next batter, then he'll escape with the lead still intact. If he gives up an extra base hit here, that lead could vanish.
As the second pitch from Quinones is called a ball. Count goes 2-0 for Quinones. Bases loaded here in the bottom half of the third as Quinones delivers again. This one swung on, hit high and deep in the left field, and bounces off the fence as Chambers will throw it in. And the Graders are able to score 3 runs on that bases clearing double from William Hitman, the designated hitter. That's what he's there for, ladies and gentlemen. It's a deep drive to left field. Chambers couldn't quite get to it. It bounced off the fence, and the Graders were running on that. Give Hitman 3 RBIs as this game goes 5-4. Scouts still ahead.
Unfortunately, right there is that extra base hit that I had just mentioned. Quinones wanted to avoid in that situation.
First extra base hit for the Graders today, as Damon Massey, the catcher, will make his way up to the plate. Quinones here. Sets and delivers. That one is fouled off. Believe Massey fouled it off his foot. That's something you never want to do as a hitter, but seems to happen quite often in this game. Massey will rub it off, get that blood flow back, and step back in the box. Massey flew out to right field in his last plate appearance. Quinones sets and delivers. Breaking ball. Just missing the outside corner as the count will even up at 1.
You know what makes that bases clearing double hurt even worse for Quinones is he had 2 outs in the inning. He just needed to get an out right there, and he could escape without any trouble, and it just didn't happen.
As that next pitch is swung on and missed by Massey, as Quinones will find himself up 1-2. Looking to get out of this inning and forget about it. As he comes set at the hill, eyes down, Hitman at second. Yes, that is his name. His last name is Hitman. As that ball goes over the head of Massey, evening up the count at 2. So 2-2 count here to Massey. Score here at Hayes Park in Galion, Ohio is 5-4 in favor of the Scouts. The sun is continuing to set here and getting a little bit out of me and Luke's eyes. As Quinones' eyes Hitman twice there. Is swung on. This ball swung on. For Eater camping under it. So he'll make the out. Infield fly there. Eater finishing the inning. But not before the Graders can get 3 runs across. They scored 3 runs on 2 hits. Left 1 man on. And we'll be back here with the top half of the 4th. And you're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
I forgot about the trivia question.
Oh yeah.
I just remembered that. Uh-oh. Oh well. I'll answer it next inning. I'll apologize for it. We might actually come back a little early because I got to do this sponsor thing. Well, it's actually not a sponsor thing. It's us. It's for us. But 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 guy left on base. I'll count up his pitch 1, 2. Diego's throwing a lot of pitches. 74. He's had those control issues. Let's come back.